Hey everybody, it's been a while since I made a video. I am outside today because it is so beautiful, perfect weather. We have a little breeze, the sun is shining. So I thought, why not do a little maintenance on the old pond? I haven't done a video in a long time. I feel like I'm always saying that now because they're so inconsistent, but I've had a lot going on with school and work and the usual crazy life stuff. I hopefully am going to pass all my classes this term and then I'll have my associate's degree, which isn't like much in the grand scheme of things, but it will be helpful. It'll give me a little raise at work and maybe it'll help me get a better paying job eventually. That's the goal. Not sure if I want to continue with my bachelor's degree. We'll see. We'll just focus on finishing this term. But anyway, what I'm doing is making this pond overflow, pretty much doing a water change, because I'm not about to get buckets and buckets and empty it and then fill it. It's a little bit easier to just kind of stir it up and then skim it with that pitcher. I skimmed off all the leaves. There's really not like any algae or anything. Haven't done anything with the pond because we had like those freezing days. Not a lot of freezing days, honestly, but we had some where the pond was just frozen. Like I came out here, I should have took a video of that. But there was just ice over it. So sadly, when we had that first freezing temperatures, my guppies passed away. And yeah, so doing something different this year, I'll have to get like a little heater out here, and I think just having a filter going, like I have air stones in there, but having a filter will also help have create water movement so that it won't freeze. And then with like maybe a little, I wonder if there's like a solar powered heater or something. I'll have to look into that. Want to do something like that so that my guppies don't die, because I do have a ton more guppies. They breed like crazy. Have a lot more in Panini's tank that I could put out here again. I just want to make sure that they don't die, because that was really sad. So anyway, if I had to do this over again, what I would do is make the perimeter a little bit wider, because I have like no space to even stack those bricks over there and no space to create like a ledge. So if and when, and I have the time, I will end up just reshaping this a little bit and doing that. But for now, I think this will be fine. What would also be cool is if I could I should have mapped it out better, but I just it was on a whim. What I also think would be cool is if I could do like a walkway around the whole pond, because then that would be better for maintenance, and just basically move this whole thing out a little bit more. So yeah, eventually that's what I'll end up doing over here. I haven't had a lot of money, as per usual, to put into this. I have a ton of endless home projects that are more that take higher priority. Like our roof will have to be redone, our gate will have to be redone, side gate. We definitely will need to get some new windows. We just like the whole house basically needs to be renovated, if I'm being real. We did have an accident recently where the upstairs bathroom started leaking through the ceiling very bad. We had to have a plumber come out, and that we ended up filing a claim for that, which is not the best thing, but when you don't have money to do an emergency repair like that, sometimes that's the only option. So we have a huge hole in our downstairs ceiling right now, and the furniture is all moved around. So yeah, I've got a lot of other things that are unfortunately taking priority. over this right now. But when I'm making more money and when my bills are all paid and all that, so never, no, hopefully that'll be sometime relatively soon. Then I can start getting back to work on this. I want to get rid of that yucca. I'm honestly thinking about just like taking a picture of that and putting it on Facebook Marketplace, because that is a nursery plant. Like, people buy that plant. It's a desert plant. It's great. You don't have to water it. And some people like it. So I was thinking about just saying, come get it if you want. I can't, then if somebody wants it, they can come dig it up and it's theirs. But yeah, I want to clear that out. I'm gonna have to get more dirt to fill in my garden area, because like over there it's doing really well. I had I had peas growing in, like the snap peas. I have carrots growing. I have a lot of broccolini growing over there. I have thyme that is really doing well. Some tomatoes started popping up. I have potato, I have onion, I have garlic that's popping up. So yeah, my chaos garden was pretty good. I wasn't really expecting much, and I honestly didn't water it too much either. I did have some losses. So like the mango tree, completely dead. My grapes are completely dead. They just couldn't withstand the very harsh cold. And yeah, I didn't do anything to try and prevent them from like having any issues with the cold. It is tank maintenance day, so I'll be doing something with the turtle tank and the frog tank. And then I do want to show you guys how my shrimp are doing. I have my blue dream shrimp, my cherry shrimp. Oh, some more unfortunate news is that all of my Corydoras have passed away, and I don't know if that has something to do with the substrate, because the filter was off for a while, and also my air stone was off for a while, and I'm not sure if just like the change in oxygen saturation in the water was an issue. But what happened was I turned off like the air stone and filter because there was too much water movement or something. I don't exactly remember why I did that, but I turned that off, and then that's when I noticed like the first Cory had passed away shortly after that. And then I just like one by one, they had no injuries or anything, no sign that they were struggling with any type of disease or anything. Like their fins looked great, and they just were passing away. I would find them dead. And so I'm like, oh, I noticed that the filter was, or not the filter, the air stone, and I do have an under gravel filter, and I noticed that was off. So I'm like, okay, let me turn these back on. I was down to 2 Corys at that point. I only had like, I don't remember, like 7, 6. And then I turned that on. They were fine for like a week or two, and then I noticed that one was dead, and I noticed that my air stone was off. So I think the pump just failed for the air stone, and it may have been related to that. So I don't know, because air stones are so important. I have them in all my tanks, and very affordable and an easy way to oxygenate your water. And I don't know all of the things that it does, but it's magical. I know that like when I very first started the aquarium hobby, I had guppies and they died because I had I had one of those crappy filters, didn't know how to like cycle a tank. But once I put an air stone in there, it changed things. Like none of my fish were dying. They were happy. They were swimming around. So there's something magical with them. And if you know Aquarium Co-op, Corey, he was the one that mentioned it. I learned from him a lot of awesome tips and tricks, and he ultimately saved a lot of fish for me with his promotion of things like sponge filters and the Airstone. Really, really helpful, really affordable, and easy ways to get your tank cycled quickly. So once I threw those in there, I was good to go. But yeah, so with the Corys, I don't know if they, if that was the reason. I'm kind of thinking it was, because I don't see any other reason why they would have died. Like, my parameters are really good, because I thought maybe I'm having like some wacky ammonia spike, or like maybe I'm having some other issues, and my parameters are good. I have zeroed out ammonia, 0 nitrite, and then I have even that tank is like lower in nitrates, so it's a mystery. I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking it's the Airstone, but I'm still not 100%. So I'm not going to get any more Corydoras. I really wanted to start breeding them again, but I think I'm just gonna let my tanks be. I'm kind of like, I'm always on the verge of like, I just want to sell everything. But then when I have the time to actually like mess with my tanks, I really enjoy it. So it's one of those things where it's just, it's not that I want to quit. It's just that I don't really have a lot of time and I get burnt out. So, but yeah, the turtle's doing good. I'm probably going to actually bring her out here because the sun is really, it's really nice and not too hot. I think it's got to be like 75 or 80s today. So gorgeous day, little breeze. So letting her be out in the sun would be good. Let's see what else. The guinea pigs are doing good. I'll have to give an update on them. I did do a little like Valentine's Day theme. I like doing the little holiday themes for the pets. I want to start doing that with the birds too. Oh, the birds are doing good. Little Blue has been in her nest box a lot, so I'm kind of hoping that she'll start laying eggs, and I want to have like a whole budgie aviary out here. So it'd be cool if they would start their little budgie family and I could start having them out here. But yeah, that'll be a big project because I have to make sure they're predator proofed, that they have some type of way to regulate or cool down in the summer. Like, that's the big thing here. And then the winter, gotta make sure they have like a warm area, something where they can, not freeze. So, because they're not a bird that can really withstand harsh winters and everything. Someone in Gilbert, Arizona, actually, I don't know if they let their budgie go, which is terrible because it's like a death sentence. They're birds that are prey birds, right? So other birds of prey eat them. They're not like a bird that can defend themselves. So letting them in the loose in the wild might seem like a good idea because you're letting them free, but really you're letting them go to their death. Like, it would be like someone who was raised in a cave. That's a bad analogy, but like someone that was raised in a cave their whole life, and that's all they know is just what's in the cave, and you let them free thinking like, be free, they're going to be happy, but they're not happy because they've never experienced that before. Same thing with the budgies. Like, they feel safe in their cage, believe it or not, because that's all they know. So that's why it's important to make their cage a nice, safe area and supply them with things that they're going to have. Like, for enrichment, they do get bored, so you got to give them enrichment. But yeah, that's something I think that just people don't understand with these pets that are raised in captivity, is that if you do want them to be outside, it's a process. It's a slow process. You don't want to just throw them out here and that's that. You want to make sure that they're going to be safe, that they're gonna have lots of areas where they can hide, because with like guinea pigs, with all these little pocket pets at the pet store, they're all prey animals. Like, they get preyed upon in the wild. So that's why you need to, if you're gonna have them outside, give them plenty of spaces to hide so that they can feel safe. Alright, anyway, I'm starting to ramble. 15-minute long video. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me know, how are your DIY projects going? How's your garden? How are your pets? Where are you guys from? Like this video if you want. Subscribe if you want. I just like to document my adventures, and I haven't really been able to do that. I feel like I say the same things in all my videos, but it's true. Like, someday I will have more time to put into my projects, but not really right now, so I just do what I can. So sorry my videos are not very regular, but yeah, I want to know how you guys are doing. You got anything going on? Anything crazy happen? Oh, I don't know if I finished that budgie story. So a lady let her budgie free in Gilbert, or maybe it got loose or something and she thought it was gone. It came back like a year or 2 years later, and she knew it was her bird because it had the same exact markings, and it was doing fine, and it actually found a home with the wild lovebirds, because Arizona has wild lovebirds here, and it like started flocking with them. And now she will post like pictures of the budgie with the lovebirds because they come visit her, and I thought that was really cool. But crazy, like, that's really rare, but the bird looked like it was doing well. If I can find the pictures online, I'll post them somewhere, but don't let your bird free though. That's a rare thing to happen. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.